We're starting a new series breaking down trading platforms and charting tools. And first up is TradingView.
50 million users, 180 countries, a $3 billion valuation. The platform that turned chart analysis into a social network and made professional-grade tools available for less than $13 a month. Then a webhook alert failed to fire and a trader lost $1,500 in a single day because the stop order never executed. Another trader lost over $1,000 because they did not know their data was delayed. The support system is a bot that stops helping the moment your subscription is cancelled. The refund policy says 14 days, but getting that refund requires filing a complaint with an external consumer body or opening a payment dispute. If your account gets banned, your years of saved charts, custom indicators and watch lists are gone with no appeal and no way to export what you built. The platform that gave retail traders professional tools built its customer service like it never expected to need one. The three founders are engineers who had already built a professional desktop trading platform before they started over. That earlier product was a heavy application requiring installation, licensing, and a specific machine. Around 2010, they recognized that browser technology had matured enough to rebuild everything for the web. The entire architecture of desktop trading software could run in a browser tab. This was not an obvious thesis at the time. Most serious traders considered browser-based tools as toys. TradingView launched in 2011 from a small city in Ohio rather than the usual startup locations. The choice reflected an engineering focus rather than a venture capital one. The innovation was two things at once: a genuinely professional charting engine that could run hundreds of indicators in a browser, and a social network built on top of it where traders publish analysis, follow each other, and comment on charts in real time. The social layer is what no competitor has replicated. It drove organic growth through content that traders wanted to create and consume. The scripting language was built as proprietary and domain-specific rather than using an existing programming language. The choice was partly about security and performance, but also about lock-in. Every script written for this platform works nowhere else. The 100,000 scripts in the community library represent an asset that cannot transfer. The seed round was 652,000. Series funding escalated through 3 million, 37 million, and then 298 million from a major technology investment fund in October 2021 at a valuation of 3 billion. The platform had become a unicorn on the back of 50 million users, broker integrations that turned a charting tool into a trading platform, and a scripting ecosystem that no competitor can replicate. The desktop platform the founders left behind still operates as an independent company. The professional alternative that power users migrate to when they outgrow the scripting language's limitations exists in direct relationship to this origin. The founding team's journey from desktop to browser is the backstory of the charting platform landscape. The free tier is genuinely useful but deliberately frustrating. One chart layout, 2 indicators per chart, 3 alerts, delayed data unless a connected broker provides real-time feeds, advertisements displayed, browser-based alerts that only work when the computer is on and the tab is open. The paid tiers add progressively more capability. The essential tier at roughly $13 a month adds server-side alerts, more indicators, and a second chart layout. The premium tier at roughly $57 a month adds webhook alerts that automated traders depend on for live execution. The ultimate tier at $200 a month adds 1,000 alerts and tick-by-tick replay. Annual plans require full upfront payment, which creates the billing pattern that dominates the complaint record. TradingView is not a broker. It does not execute trades or hold funds. When a user places a trade through the platform, the order routes to the connected broker who handles custody, execution, and regulatory obligations. Roughly 20 brokers are integrated. The platform charges nothing per trade. Revenue comes from subscriptions, broker referral partnerships, data licensing to other financial companies, and advertising on the free tier. Estimated annual revenue is approximately $322 million. Hundreds of independent traders have built subscription businesses around invite-only scripts, selling monthly access for between $20 and $200 a month through external payment platforms. The company takes no cut of that revenue, but if the creator's account is banned, every paying subscriber instantly loses access. The company has no regulatory actions from any securities regulator because it sits outside the regulatory perimeter that applies to brokers. Whether a platform routing real money trades for 50 million users should be regulated differently is a question no regulator has publicly addressed. The webhook alert that failed in June 2024 cost a trader $1,500 in a single day. The stop order alert did not fire. The position moved against them. There was no compensation, no service level agreement, and no acknowledgement. A separate alert system failure in May 2023 caused automated trading bots to lose money when alerts failed to save and therefore failed to trigger. For the thousands of traders who run automated strategies through this platform's webhook system, the alert infrastructure is the execution layer. When it fails, real money disappears. A user on the free tier lost over 1,000 because their data was delayed by 15 to 20 minutes and they did not know it. They were trading on prices that had already moved. The platform's explanation was technically correct, but the gap between what new users assume and what is actually true is where money disappears. The billing complaint pattern is consistent across 12 documented incidents. A charge appears, the user contacts support, the bot refuses to help, especially once the subscription is cancelled. Email support auto-replies that email support does not exist. The phone number routes to the bot. The user files a payment dispute and the platform claims it cannot refund while a dispute is open. The user files a complaint with the consumer body. The billing team then finds a way to issue a refund. One user was charged $600 for an annual plan they say they never ordered and fought for 3 months before the refund appeared. Another was charged $318 despite having disabled auto-renewal. A third was charged $299 on an account registered to an email address they did not own. The stated 14-day refund window exists on paper. In practice, getting it requires escalating outside the platform's own systems. If an account is banned, the user loses everything. Saved charts, custom indicators built over years, watch lists, alert configurations. There is no guaranteed data recovery, no defined appeal process, and no way to export the proprietary scripts to another platform. The work is gone.
TradingView, for anyone who wants the best retail charting platform available at any price below institutional terminals, where 100,000 community scripts, a social layer that no competitor has replicated, and a browser-based engine running professional-grade analysis for less than $13 a month, represent a combination nobody else offers. Accepting that the support system is a bot that stops helping when your subscription ends, that the 14-day refund policy requires escalating to a consumer body or payment dispute to enforce, that webhook alerts have no uptime guarantee, and a failed alert cost a trader $1,500 in a single day, that free tier data is delayed and the platform does not make this obvious enough, that every script you write is locked inside the ecosystem with no export path, that an account ban means losing everything you built with no appeal, and that the billing system has produced 12 documented complaints where charges appeared that users say they did not authorize. The best charting platform in retail trading. The worst support experience of any platform in this series. Both of those are true at the same time. Every choice is a trade-off. At least now you know what you're trading.